still alive here. Balotelli, Aguero! I swear you'll never see anything like this ever again.
Scenes. And they've deserved it, Roma. Barcelona have bottled it.
Welcome to the CFT Podcast.
Hey guys, we're back with another episode of Corner Block Talk. It's your host John. I'm delighted to be joined once again by Virgil, and I'm also delighted to be joined by Stephen Rogers, someone who has been anticipated to come on the show for a while now, and has came down to train us for a few days, and is honored to join us on the show. How are you guys doing?
Morning. Yeah, the usual. Just good to be back here again.
It's just good to be here. Let's get it. Let's get that bread.
To put this occasional bias perspective, I have brought a very unprofessional, says one of my friends, Chad Phillip. Chad, how are you with? Alright, so we started this episode really late because I was still in mourning after that mauling against Man City. Hey, that was good. Going into the game, anybody I spoke to, I told them, I really was not anticipating any win. I mean, it always have been a fan at any point, right before the game. You're like, you know what, dog? Anything can happen in football. Anything can happen. So that would be like the 1 point. And then when the game started, then you were giving the ball, and we conceded the first minute. I was like, alright, just had like 6-something coming in. And then the next 10 minutes, Koscielny score. And I was like, what? We actually did this? And yeah, that was it.
I'm not gonna lie, when Koscielny scored, I get a little nervous, Like first half, Arsenal was playing the football first half, and like it's like the first City game, and I go to I actually watch from kickoff. And I sit down there, and I see a girl scoring 45 seconds. I was like,
Yeah.
well, I was like, this will be an easy game.
Yeah.
Nah, but after Koscielny scored, Arsenal was under pressure, just the usual Arsenal midfield. It wasn't really all that.
No,
But Arsenal didn't really play that bad, to be honest.
It's only like just say that in the first half Arsenal didn't have moments, because it did have moments where they actually put together some good moves. But the problem is that those moments lasted for like 10-15 minutes, a 90-minute game, and that has been the problem. A lot of people have been saying this, which I sympathize with as well, is that Arsenal is very much a 60-minute team, in that they are only capable of playing some pieces of the game.
Yeah.
And the entirety of the second half was horrible.
Oh Lord! I noticed at that point in the second half where Arsenal had make probably like I just know like a set of touches in their own half, and as they reach the half line, they lose the ball. Like that, Arsenal could have so much possession in their own half, but but that's City and the high pressure.
And credit to Man City, they are a very well-run machine under Pep Guardiola. I think a really interesting subplot in the game was that 3-1 down, and you look at the chase for goal, and before 1am we decided to bring on Mesut, who, in case you all didn't know, is the highest paid player at the club. He brought on Dennis Suarez, and I thought that was like a way of the manager to let the player know, this is where you lie in my squad. This is where your position is. You are the person that I turn into when I need a win. And I mean, I do get not finding a player suiting it. I get that. And at the end of the day, the team comes before any player, and I agree with that too. But I do think to some extent the way that he has dealt with Uso has been unnecessary because a very big factor in our weaknesses this season has been a lack of creativity. And I will always say Mourinho has always been known as a defensive, results-based manager.
Mm-hmm.
But yet, Jose Mourinho, when he last won the Premiership title, he managed to do that in a team where he had Cesc Fabregas playing. And Cesc is known for not being a defensively aware player. Yet he managed to put players like Nemanja Matic around him, put players like Oscar around him, put players like Willian around him.
Yeah.
I.e. players who will work hard off the ball to compensate for a lack of work rate from Fabregas. And you know what he got in return? He got 18 assists that season in return. You know what else he got in return? He got a Premiership that season.
Wow.
So what I'm saying is that Emery is lauded as a big tactician, and if he really wanted to get Ozil in the team, he could have, if he wanted to. Arsenal have a lot of players that are willing to just work hard.
Yeah.
You look at Guendouzi played yesterday, who, even from watching it from a neutral point of view, anybody watching it will say that Guendouzi had a really good game.
Yeah.
In a team that looked bad, Guendouzi had a really good game. Playing against a midfield 3 and a midfield 2, he had a really good game. You know, these are players that are willing to graft for him. So why he can't compensate? You know, any thoughts?
But looking at the Arsenal miss, like, what do you think? You think Emery get the lineup wrong?
I understood where he was coming from, but I think the players let him down. I think that he actually got his tactics kind of right. I think the 4-4-2 was a really good game plan to go with because at the end of the day, you're going to have to be well defended. I like how we always see with some of those smaller teams, you know, when we see that smaller teams put 2 backs or 4 against these bigger sides. He kind of did something similar where he put Kolasinac at that left wing, which I actually thought wasn't a bad idea. And he put Iwobi on the right, but Iwobi has historically never been good on the right wing, which is one flaw. And then 2, Listeiner is dead.
Oh God, still in the sign a whole game like that. Like he shouldn't do that. Like that's certain people's careers who end and from one game.
But you know how they still respect your elders, though?
It's hard. A ball was going on for a corner, and Listeiner was miles ahead of Sterling, and Sterling just run around him and just get the ball. But what confused me for our lineup is that, for me, I thought Emery, like, if Ozil don't start, Ramsey should start. And if Ramsey don't start, because that's the 2 forms of creativity in the midfield.
I just have one question about that. Why doesn't coach like Ozil? Because he's a new coach, so what warrants him to not like Ozil in a side like that?
That's true, yeah. What caused him to not...
No, and that's the thing, right? Because I am pretty sure in his interview to get the job, he would have been asked, okay, Ozil is our highest earner at this point in time. Ramsey's also one of the biggest stars in this club. How do you plan to use these in your future XYZ, whatever? He had to have some plan. And I don't think that Ozil was so bad prior to his injury, which had ruled him out for the majority of the November-December period, that he deserves to be ostracized. Because, yeah, I agree that this team, it lacks fluidity in attack as well, which causes also a lack of creativity from him. But at this point, Ozil still has, given the little amount of games he played, he still has created more chances than anybody in the league. During that, in the Arsenal team. During that period where Arsenal won beaten, he scored 5 goals and got an assist, where he only played about 12 or 13 of those games, which isn't that bad. And it had plenty of chances where if you want to watch it over, there's a chance where people miss, people straight to the keeper, that kind of stuff. And it's not like he was playing horrible. He played one game. I mean, this is not a real bias, but he played one game in his preferred position against Leicester. And he played really well, got a goal and assist that game, you know. And I just think that Emery is lauded to be this great tactician, and if he really wanted to fit in, he would have. And it's clear he doesn't. Me and Stefan was talking earlier this morning, and we were saying that, you know, in a team, you would have different needs. And he brought that Suarez in because he needed a creative force. And he realized that he doesn't want to use Ozil, so he brought in somebody who would probably have a better work rate. Because something that I actually think that Barca players are not lauded for enough is that Barca players actually tend to have a really high work rate off the ball. Look at how Sanchez and Pedro, you know, that you can attest to that they tend to work quite hard off the ball. So I've seen glimpses of Dennis before, and I'm expecting to see a player who will work hard off the ball and have quality on the ball. But, you know, that's the whole thing. He went and choose a player that has, like, I think it's less than 300 minutes for this season to come on against probably, arguably, one of the hardest opponents we have in the league this year, and choose him over Ozil. I think at this point it's almost like a pissing contest. And I don't see no way back for Ozil because the only one of them will be able to coexist. And in most instances, I think the players do win. You know, when we look at situations at Chelsea over the years.
It's not as Chelsea, there's not no other team.
Right, no, exactly. And we look at situation at Man U, you know, it was Pogba versus Mourinho and Pogba won. I actually don't think this is a situation that was over with. I actually don't think this is a situation was over with.
Yeah, this,
It's usually coaches when sell the player.
But how often a player is so compared to how often managers are fired? On average across a given league season, 12 managers are fired though.
But not 12 managers from the top of the Premier League. 12 managers from the team.
that's true.
So I mean, you cannot commit to him.
Yeah.
You can't just say it's not like how you have an interim manager. Like that. Because if Solskjaer had a problem problem, then they like leave that because just there to be wild.
Yeah.
But
And because he's a new coach, they're looking at it like how what they did with Klopp, how when Klopp first season he came in, how Klopp was finishing. I think so like they say they have to give Emery some time now to build the squad he wants.
And even to add to that, Emery have like a long contract. In the case with Manu and Mourinho, not like in Pogba, Mourinho contract was what, 2 years or 3 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, they wasn't expecting him to stay there forever.
I understand where you're coming from.
Emery have a longer term contract, so.
And I think also, yeah, well, I agree with you. I really don't. I think that Emery has actually have it a lot harder than most pundits give him for. How often do you go into a club and your second transfer window they tell you we have no money? Yeah.
Why are you throwing it back so far, my guy?
No, he came right after Sir Alex. He was expected to do great things, but it really didn't work out. And only manager since then hasn't really performed as well. But no, Solskjaer is doing a good job so far. I'm not saying he will be the permanent, but he's doing a good job. But yeah, you should really let Unai do his own thing. Because you never know, the thing was it probably isn't public, but behind the scenes.
That's true.
Mourinho and Pogba, how Pogba posted the thing on Instagram, and there was a whole scene and stripping off the captaincy and like those kind of things, man. It's just public.
Yeah, I understand exactly where you're coming from. You're totally right, and I mean, man, you took. Well, I mean, I guess if you consider Solskjaer the right appointment, at least at this point in time, it took them 3 tries before they got here, and it's still gonna take them even longer until they find a permanent appointment because that's not gonna happen anytime soon. So yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from.
Also, and it didn't happen in the first season for Liverpool or City. It kind of took Klopp and Guardiola a while to shape the club in their image. So
yeah, but the difference with them is that Arsenal are unfortunately and have nobody else to blame for that but themselves in a position where they have put themselves in a very bad financial situation. Where I actually do think that in the long term, switching Alexis for Mkhitaryan might have been a bad idea. I also think they committed to Ozil to 350k a week. He doesn't play. We have several players on high contracts like Mkhitaryan, Aubameyang, and Lacazette. We also allowing Ramsey to go for free at the end of the season. We have also allowed a lot of other players to leave for free.
Yep.
What some people don't know is that we paid off Debussy's contract so that he could go for free to sit at the end. We have missed out on Champions League, what would be 2 seasons now, which is a lot of money. We also have our owner who doesn't input at all into the league. And I know some people might be saying that I'm just saying that out of the periphery. But we don't have the global brand that is United backing us to have that kind of funding. Because if we be real honest, you know, a lot of United mistakes have been allowed to be covered up by the fact that because they are such a good global brand, they have the money to make up for those mistakes. I don't think Arsenal are currently in a position where they could make back those mistakes.
People 24 million to
that whole centre back there. No?
And when Wenger left, he actually got paid off. I think it was 15 million.
Jeez.
There was also, I think, tens of staff members that had to get laid off as well when he left, which also had to be paid off. And there's a lot of stuff that they had to cater for. So it's a tough position. I honestly still don't think Arsenal will make top four.
Welcome to life of a Chelsea fan, guys.
Yeah, Arsenal,
Chelsea just won a club, bro.
Arsenal, the London Rams.
What?
London Rams.
I mean, it'd be nice to be the London Rams because then we'd actually, reach a final of importance. That would be like the equivalent to like only Champions League final. Yeah, I mean, I see that. I never even see that. Anyways, because Shatter is started talking about it, we'll go to the United game. The United ran a 1-0 winners against Leicester City. Paul Pogba with his 8 assists on the season, finding Marcus Rashford, who's really leading the line extremely well right now at Old Trafford, doing it this time at the King Power Stadium.
LukakWho?
LukakWho? Hey. That's the title for the podcast. That's a good one.
LukakWho.
It really is unfortunate for the big Belgian though, because for the most part when he has played for All Ghana, with the exception of the Burnley game, he has actually played pretty well though. And no, but even when he started against Arsenal, even though that was in the cup, he got 2 really good assists.
That was different because he put him out on the right and had them done playing force now. And to me, it worked well with him.
I think now. No. I think since a couple game weeks ago, the United board, I would like to think in a professional sense, have already been prepared to figure out who are their candidates for the long term. And I do think, and if you're objective, I could say that Organa has to be in the conversation at this point. I think he definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, has to get it if he beats PSG.
Yeah, for sure. He had to get a.
But I have a question. If you beat PSG, lose to whoever next and make top 4.
He did for sure. If he make a Champions League semi-finals.
But don't make top 4. Yeah.
I go and offer a hot take and say the next man for that man, your job is Pochettino.
That is very true, because right now Pochettino, I think Pochettino fed up with that club. Like Tottenham getting this man fed up.
It would actually be really interesting to see what will happen if Spurs don't finish in top 4.
Like,
I could.
then,
But I just be. I've been Arsenal fan. I
Sometimes
like
you
those.
have a good coach and
Spurs is overrated.
it don't really mean the coach bad because the team didn't win a trophy.
No, I think, you see, this may sound... So, the thing with Spurs, right, is that what people don't want to admit is that Spurs' expectations to the other teams in the top 6 is very different. That Spurs have come from a position where they're not accustomed to winning things, and also have come from a position where they haven't been accustomed to being in the top 4 consistently. So, like, for the other teams where being in and around the Champions League often was a normal thing, therefore the next step after being in the top 4 would be to be aiming for the trophies. Spurs have come from a position before where they weren't there. Now that they're in a position where they're in the top 4, I think it's 3 years in a row now. Now people are expecting them to elevate to that expectation. But now they're asking things of Daniel Levy and of the Spurs team as a club to put themselves in a position where they aren't accustomed being. Spurs' last league title was before the 1970s. And I mean, that should just... I know men say there's real hate on Spurs because being an Arsenal fan, But I just think like a lot of people get carried away with the fact that Spurs have been playing good. And I do get that, and I trust me. With the exception of the home win this year, the home win last year, Arsenal have been getting dealt it from Spurs. Like, we have been losing at White Hart Lane, games that decided the top four, that kind of stuff, So I understand that Spurs have been playing well. I credit to them. They have one of the top 2 strikers in the Premier League, one of the best creative forces in the Premier League. They have one of the best defenses in the Premier League, and I will admit all of that. But the fact is that they are not a club that are accustomed to winning things, and for them to reach there is saying that they have reached a new height. And the fact that they haven't means that they're still in and around the level it has always been.
Right now, Spurs, right now.
Like the players who has been there winning things. Like if you look at Man U, that was won Champions League, World Cup, and the Euros. And Europa League. And Lloris now won the World Cup. And Harry had a decent run in the World Cup. But that is to say, like if you look at any other team like Man City, Pep Guardiola has been in Champions League finals numerous times. Chelsea, they have
Hazard, who has win a few things.
Yes, he has won a couple of things as well.
But
Yes.
and look at that. But Spurs have to attract those players, right? But looking at Spurs kind of.
But it's real hard to attract players when you have no money.
Spurs had to have that player on the team that called Lock. That I don't know how Spurs managed to finish in Champions League positions because they not really do nothing in Champions League, in my opinion. I feel like anybody else would do something else, but Spurs, I don't understand.
No, there's a narrative attached to Spurs that I feel like people just forget that Spurs are known to be granule chokers.
I don't understand how Spurs attract players. Like, just imagine you signing a player, right? I just want to figure out how Daniel Levy just sit you down in a room and be like, hear this now. We didn't win anything before, but guess what? You could be the man to help us win it. Like how they was go about signing these, because looking at the club will have to attract the player and looking at the Spurs might be able to attract players with experience like how they have Llorente. They can attract players with experience, but Spurs need to go out and at least try and do something in these smaller competitions like Carabao Cup and FA Cup to at least try and put like a solid run into those things.
Hit by injuries pretty bad and absentees because look as soon as Son come back, he has scored in both games. Two late game winners. But I would be lying to say that they should be able to cope with it. Okay, guess what people not are forgetting with these injuries, eh? Now while Ali, Kane and Son has been unavailable, Llorente, who they have chosen to be his backup, is also available.
Yeah.
Lucas Moura, who is also the player of the month in August, has also been available, although he was just back from injury. Lamela has also been available, and Eriksen. You cannot tell me that front four, as well as the fact that your entire defense is fit, cannot be able to defend a 1-0 lead against Chelsea, who just lost the weekend before.
That's true.
The orders was at Chelsea to shop, and they did, and in a very good style. N'Golo Kante scored an extremely good goal, and Hazard, But you telling me, how is it that this team that is supposed to be one of the best defenses in the league, you cannot hold a lead? I think the media is looking for any excuse to bail out Spurs and Poch because they are the dollars of the media.
That's very true. That's true. Like they see Spurs can't do no wrong.
And yes, and it's because a lot of the players are English. And I made the joke during the World Cup. And the irony is that it kind of came to fruition a lot. Is that you can't trust a team based on Spurs players. And we look at two teams that went to the semi-finals with a decent contingent of Spurs players in England and Belgium. Both of which choked before the final line, No, but you can't see where I'm coming from now.
Best players in Belgium and England, not on the Spurs team.
The entire Spurs defense is Belgium. And Vertonghen.
But the best individual
Yeah.
players on
No, no. I'm not saying. I understand that. But 3 out of the starting 11 were Spurs players. The two of them and Musa. And then you look at England, Harry Kane, Dele Alli, Eric Dyer, all of which started. Kyle Walker, what's this man named? Kieran Trippier, all of which started. Scored in the semi-finals, in fact.
Spurs might turn to how Arsenal was in the old, where most players leave and Spurs now to go and get trophies.
Credit to the players for sticking there so long. I honestly admit that because if I'm being honest, if I was Harry Kane, especially Ronaldo in this year, I would have been telling my agent, yo, I need to be getting in there.
Yeah.
I need to be getting in there.
Look how long Walker was on Spurs. And he left.
And one
And-
season,
and
I was
one
leaving
season,
when I league
Six
title.
months in, he won the Carabao Cup.
2 more trophies I suppose winning in the last 8 years.
Look at Pochettino, who they're trying to hold on to. Pochettino and right now getting offers from United, Real Madrid. Look at Harry Kane. He getting offers from Real.
Ericsson as well
at
getting
Eriksen.
offers from
Look at
Real
yeah.
and Juventus.
And I think United are looking at him. Dong's even Son, and look at the defenders. Most of them, if Spurs, they might want to stick around with Spurs, but if Spurs don't, yeah.
I actually kind of think, with all due respect to the players, I think if they don't finish with, well, I don't think they can, unless they win the Champions League, they can't win a trophy this year. It would tell a lot to me about a lot of these Spurs. Now they get knocked out of that, Chief. Yeah, Crystal Palace beat them 2-0. They get knocked out of 2 competitions in the same week, though, both by other London clubs, though. No, that's just Spurs. But I think it would have a testament, in a way, this podcast get real biased real fast. But I think it would be a testament of the mentality of the players and their expectations for the careers, how long they actually stay at Spurs.
That's very true.
Because I think Harry Kane deserves to win something, and I don't like him out of the fact that he always scores against Arsenal, but he's a phenomenal player. I think he should have gone already.
Once Pochettino out, that team out. Yeah, once the coach leaves, I think the player's gonna go. Yeah, good point.
To their credit, though, they actually did play good against Newcastle at the weekend.
Yeah, look at how Pochettino is really a world class manager from using the team he have and for him to grind out those wins. That's a sign of a world class manager. And I do not think a manager anywhere below Pochettino could do that same thing what he did. They would have just crumbled on the loss. Yeah, I was expecting that same thing.
And the race, I actually think in years before we have been let down by the Premier League in terms of actual races, but I feel like this year has probably been one of the best Premier League years, and probably the Premier has been the best this year compared to other years. This year, there's a title race, a genuine title race. There's a genuine top 4 race, and there's an actual very tight race at the bottom of the league, where the bottom 7 clubs are actually very close to one another to stay up. And the Premier League is entertaining all around, and I really think that this year has been one of the best years in the Premier League. To close off on Spurs, they should be praising Qatar, and what was the other club? Can't remember. That make the finals of the Asian Cup for knocking out. Yeah, for knocking out South Korea because they really needed Son. I think Son has been mildly overhyped before the season because he actually before the season had like less than 20 goals in his entire time in the Premier League. But especially over the period of November, December, and now here to now, he has been phenomenal.
Son he has been a monster throughout.
And just to, help my boy throw up, the stuff that he write, I want to bring up my boy Courtney Tilpin. For those who haven't, we had our power rankings published last week or week before, and at number 1 in our power rankings was Heung-min Son, because Courtney, it was a tough decision to decide between Son and Van Dijk, but a career just beat him to the top spot after a stellar month and a half, where he managed to score 7 goals and chip in 5 assists. That's 12 goal contributions across those 2 months, where Spurs has had moments of literally just flying. And I think he really is integral to this team. And it'll be really. I actually was telling Courtney, I think, out of all the Spurs players, I actually think the one Real Madrid need the most just might be Son. If he can continue with this consistency.
Nah, they need Eriksen.
True. Or they can actually just use Isco. Because that man don't get no game time anymore.
I guess City won them. I don't want to go back in.
Before we go on to the Chelsea game, there's something I want to touch on the Man U game before we move on. Yeah.
Maybe.
But that was like
who they go and
one of
bring
the
in.
segue. Yeah, that was one of the best segues ever. But Paul Popper is in ripping form. He has since Solskjaer has taken over, nobody has more goals and assists than him in the Premier League. And I think it should be said though that this team is definitely set up to have him excel. But the confidence that he's playing with, we watched over the goals before the podcast started. And when you look at the pass he made to Rashford, he had 3 passes available. It was to Alexis, I believe one was Lingard, and one was to Rashford. Rashford was the hardest pass. And he dropped it on a dime for the man. And credit to Rashford, that touch was fantastic.
I thought this is not easy chance earlier in the game when it was 3 minutes. I think it's not easy chance, bro. Yeah, all the time.
Hey, Paul.
Touch it. I was scared you couldn't press it on forward, but that touch.
Hey, Paul know he's doing it. He know that. He like, alright. I going to just load on. I going to start to play a little crappy, and let Mourinho get fired. He know he's doing. he know what he was doing. He just come back now. He's like, alright, this light work. Yeah, he was not going to do that. That I don't know what type of hatred and what type of anger you have towards your manager to almost throw away your career just to get him out. Yeah. That you think Mourinho say I want you, I have trust in you, and he's like, nah, I can't get that back.
It should be said, Leicester had a lot of chances in that game. If it wasn't for the here and some last ditch defending, it shows that despite who all the managers are, that defenses really need some kind of help. As I told Courtney on one of the previous podcasts, also all the centre backs, they have a lot of centre backs who are great complementary centre backs, but none who are great leaders in the back. And we look at Bailly, we look at Lindelof, they are good quality centre halves, but they aren't good leaders in the back line. They need to play next to somebody who's a lot more commanded. Not necessarily, a whole Van Dijk, but somebody who is a lot more authoritative, somebody who they can rely on to be the organizer in the back line, Something that I see at Arsenal, that when Koscielny has to be the one in charge of defense, it tends to be one of his rougher games. But when he plays next to Socrates, who's a natural leader, he can go about his game quietly. And that's something Lindelof has actually been doing, who I think has been Man U's best defender, especially since Organa has reached. And he actually shows sparks of form even in Mourinho's last games.
Well, since Man U don't have a player like that in the back, why either Lindelof or Eric take the mantle, take it upon themselves to be that guy?
I think it's probably a case of they just don't have that personality. I think that's a personality thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just probably not something that they have, Because even when Bailly was at Villarreal, right, he was next to Musaki, who was actually known for being a leader in defense. So I think that is just a personality thing, which is why they're probably looking at somebody like That's us?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why you're probably looking at somebody like Alderweireld or Koulibaly. It really is nice when the club had that kind of money, So we go across to the last top 16 to talk about, because actually at the point of recording, Liverpool are actually playing West Ham, and the game is actually 1-1.
What? Wait. How much?
1-1.
Oh my god! I just checked it and I see 1-0. Okay.
Felipe Anderson, who is one of the players having a better season, who's actually ranked, I think, at 6th in our power rankings.
Because looking at this at the West Ham side going into it, I see they didn't have an Artovich in the attack, and they didn't have Nasri, which looking at that, I was like, Liverpool might just beat them. I was like, what do you think? Because I had the vision in my head that Nasri play a ball 1-2 back top of the box, hit with the left foot, top corner, win the game. Simple. And then the next game is against City, back in Etihad. Throw him a little tribute. I thought it was going to go like that. But right now we still have Zabaleta. Hopefully Zabaleta. When Nasri come back to Etihad, that's going to be emotional. That's going to be emotional to see them back there.
So
But right now,
Chelsea game.
Oh no, I just touched on Liverpool because right now, the position that Liverpool in right now, looking at Liverpool and how they never really they have no players there who really push for the league in that way. The pressure kind of on Liverpool right now that any little slip up means, yeah. Cause if City is
Steven Gerrard.
if City is to catch up with Liverpool, then
Okay.
that's true.
So we're going across the Chelsea game. Gonzalo Higuain has his debut at the Bridge. Scored 2 actually really good goals, and N'Golo Kante playing assist.
That's on number 9.
Both of those goals. And the negative to come out of this performance is that that you could see Chelsea are capable of putting in these performances, and that sometimes you don't always get that. But I want to hear your thoughts.
It's Huddersfield. That's my thoughts right there.
But
I just think this is one of Jorginho better games. He actually had a really good game on the base of midfield, and Kante did really well in that transition role. And the irony is that they got the 5-0 win this week, and they're actually playing City's next match in the Premier League.
Right, that's the real test right there. So if we go to the City game, and I don't expect to win that game. City's a better side, but if we don't lose and look ridiculous, and you could see our improvement, then I could give a better critique on that. But for now, I'm not getting too excited because Huddersfield is by far the worst team in the league. So.
nah, but Chelsea handled us last time, so I actually kind of nervous for that Chelsea game because how we had Arsenal, Everton, and then Chelsea. Looking at that, well, I can't really come to Everton because Everton is one of those teams that'll bring out their game against whoever they play. But that Chelsea game, I feel Higuain is a top quality player, and right now Higuain performance depends on the rest of the team.
That's a real quick stat fall, yeah. Higuain, previous to these 2 appearances on the Sorry, he had 36 appearances previous. No lie. He had 1 full campaign before at Napoli with Sarri. He had 35 goals then. And now, after these 2 goals for the weekend, he made it 37 appearances on the Maurizio Sarri. I think that is the definition of a manager getting the best out of his player. And it should be that Higuain should work simply because he combines his finishing ability with the link-up play that Hazard would want.
Yeah.
And slowly across the next 2-3 transfer windows, we might see the whole Napoli team playing for Chelsea. But
yeah, that would be the business works.
The problem that it has always had with Higuain is that his inability to show up in big games. It would be interesting to see how I think the Bournemouth game, even though it was his first game in the Premier League, so I kind of gave him a blind for that. And I guess I was going to say he should get a blind for the City game too, but when you're signing a player in January, it's not because he could get a blind.
We need you now. We need to start performing now.
His record in big games isn't something that is well spoken about, because he has.
Say that because Napoli used to score against Juventus and in Champions League he used to score a lot too.
But then he also has a name for missing big moments.
That's not what I was supposed to say. Higuain back in the day. I find Higuain back in the days, but I feel like now the player that Higuain turned into that clinical striker. But right now Higuain in a side now that every game week you don't know which Chelsea go and show up. You don't know if it's going to be.
It's real hard for him to not do better here than he was doing on Milan, because that man had 6 goals in half a season.
I also feel he didn't really want to play for Milan.
He
didn't look interested.
He wasn't for that. Because you basically get thrown out and it's like, all right, go and help this little team struggling.
This might be a real unpopular opinion, but I actually feel like they get rid of the wrong player. I don't know who was the right player to get rid of at Juventus, but I actually think they get rid of the wrong player. Simply because when you actually look at when Ronaldo has played the best for Juventus, was when he gets to play off Mandzukic. that he gets to play off of a striker, and I think they should probably keep Higuain in that sense then for Ronaldo to play off of him.
Yeah, but when Higuain was it Real, that didn't
No, then he had to compete with Benzema too for the starting spot. So Benzema used to start. So
Yeah, but Higuain
and
back
I would
there.
like to think for the most part, because for his entire Juventus career, he did start over Mandzukic. So I would think that he would be the starting striker then. So and the problem that that's true. I won't fight that. So anything else? I mean, what do you want to touch on in the Chelsea game? I mean, it was a pretty standard victory in the sense that you really expected them to do well. This was Hazard's first goals in the Premier League, and yeah,
This was probably Hazard's best performance in a while too in the league. You could see the effect having an actual number 9 who good at linking up will have on the rest of the team, where Hazard play more freely rather than having Morata stand in an offside position
the whole
for
time and
half
just,
the game.
so it better
Then having a man who could finish. Now I trust Giroud as a backup, good link-up striker, but he just don't score.
yeah, and that's the thing, right? I think Hazard wanted to play with Giroud simply because he can link up well.
Yeah.
But I think that you lose. I think I really know I love Giroud, but I think like he gets so lost in this ability that he so wants to link up with people that he forgets the fact that he's playing strike.
Yeah.
That he forgets that I'm supposed to score.
He's like, hey, somebody should there now. I'm like, wait, oh, that's me.
Like it have moments that you expect him to shoot and he will pass, and that's kind of annoying.
But like, for now, reason why I don't think Higuain. I don't think for the remainder of the season. I don't think Higuain going to. I feel like he will keep a good form is because now that how Hazard used to feel like Hazard used to do everything by himself.
Yeah.
But now he have somebody to counter in Higuain. But it's just up to the rest of the Chelsea players now to keep that constant form.
It would take a big turnaround based on what you get in the news reports. But if Chelsea are to hold on to Hazard past this summer, and they have him, Higuain, and then they have Pulisic on the right wing, I actually think that could be, very out of time.
Yeah, that's a Hazard stay.
Yeah. So that's kind of it for the top 6 teams. Any of the lower league games, not really any that was of too much interest to touch on, with the exception of, anyways, we get to that in trivia part, which would be right now. So, we're going to start it off with charges. Marcus Rashford at 21 years and 95 days will become the second youngest player in Premier League history to reach 100 appearances for United in the competition, with only Blanc doing it at a younger age at 21 years and 74 days. Who do you think is the player? Yeah, he's the second youngest. So who do you feel is the youngest? The answer is Jack. It's not Wayne Rooney.
Obviously not. That man came from Everton.
But I was going to be at 18 now. That is 3 years the
So wait, I just want to ask you a really quick question. It's out in 3 years. How much games that is though?
Yeah, and so was correct by the way.
3 years?
Yeah.
My God. Continue.
against
Yeah. Cool. Oh wow. Oh yeah, that's crackpot. Hey, good job. Next question. Rosen.
I don't know.
In 24, Cardiff City are winning a game at halftime for the first time since the final day of the 2013-2014 season, when they eventually lost to X. Who did they lose to?
Chelsea.
Right, hey! Well, you see, I was told the last set of questions, I think was very hard. Next question, player. Gonzalo Higuain is the first Chelsea player to score twice on their home debut for the club since Blanc did it versus West Ham in August of 2000. I can't even get a hint first. Man, first name begins with N, second name begins with S.
Well, as you know, I only started being a Chelsea fan in 2004 now, so
I know what Chelsea was born.
I don't know all about what happened before that now.
Alright, so I'll just give you the man name is actually Mario Stadic, who actually got a brace on his home debut against West Ham.
Who?
Mario Stadic, yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Good to know some history.
And the last one is for Virgil. It's not a City question.
Yeah, good.
Tottenham have gone now 29 games without a draw in the Premier League. Our record now beaten X's previous best record of 28 set in 2011. Now your head for the question is this team is no longer in the Premier League.
Without what is
20. They have now gone 29 games without a draw.
without a draw?
The team before that was 28 games without a draw.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think it is?
They in championship right now?
Yes.
I don't think they need to.
Actually, I don't think so. I think
They're lower than
they probably
that?
get dropped down. What's that player he can know that played for them? Right?
They won any big accolades?
Gary Key, he'll play for them.
Yeah.
Nah, I actually don't know much. I don't know much about Gary, but I think about his side. I'm too sure. It's not Villa.
Nah.
Villa in championship.
They're in
now.
Germany.
They last in the championship.
I try to remember. And then this man played JJ Okocha play for them too, right?
Who? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Adam Bogdan used to play for them. I don't know if all that.
Yeah, I know Adam Bogdan.
Nah, I don't know.
Yeah, Liverpool too, straight keeper.
Nah, I don't know them, man.
You give up?
Wait.
There's Will White.
Mm-hmm.
And the logo blue.
White. Logo blue. I have no idea though.
Dog, I really don't know how to make it any simpler for you, dog. This, dog, I can tell you, this start a rattle names out, I'll tell you what they get.
TPR.
Nah.
Blackburn.
Nope.
Brighton.
No.
No, never Brighton. Not Brighton, I'm trying to say. It's, what's this side, boy? Look at them.
I feel like he kind of close.
Yeah, because he was on the beast.
Bolton.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking Bolton before I say QPR.
So, right, I should understand. Do I have any more? I don't think I actually have any more.
Kale came from Bolton?
Yeah.
Hey.
How much away matches are living consecutively? Yeah. Away matches? Yeah. So for the first time since Alex Ferguson in October of 2012, Man United won 5 away games in the Premier League. Well done. Goals of the weekend. What's all the choices for goals of the weekend? Mine is Nathan Redmond's goal against what would be Burnley. Yeah, Burnley.
Marcus Rashford with the amazing touch after the amazing pass from Paul Pogba and put it in the corner. Like an amazing striker.
I mean, I was getting wrecked by West Ham like 2 weeks ago.
It's like the little embarrassment that like, yeah, boy, our team doing good, but we don't know when they're going to fall, you know. But they're doing good right now.
What was yours, Uzi?
I torn between two, but I'll say...
You was going to say the Aguero goal, the second one.
You find so?
That was the pass over the top.
Yeah, that play was amazing, but nah, I had to say Higuain second goal.
Yeah, but that was Thomas. Ruggers, any goal? What do you feel?
I have 3 actually. Higuain 2 goals, and gosh, it made me happy. We have a striker who could score, and that goal, Marcus Rashford goal against Leicester, was a great goal.
Alright, so we actually finished in 48 minutes now, which is great. Thank you guys for always listening. We are actually in the process of actually making our actual website. And, we always have more things coming for you guys.
Y'all really see that goal from Higuain though? Oh my gosh.
That was amazing.
For those who don't use SoundCloud, don't use Apple Podcasts. We are looking to put the podcast, at least this next one, hopefully, onto YouTube for you guys to get as well, which you'll have access to through our app in the video section. And I'm also working on getting it on Spotify. So you guys will get it all there. We thank you guys always for the love and support.
Aguero goal was a handball.
Facts.
Facts. It all counts the same, so.
You can follow us on social media everywhere at Corner Flag Talk on Facebook, Twitter, and on Instagram. I'd like to thank all the partners for coming out this week. It's actually been a very entertaining podcast, slightly, mildly, maybe very biased, but sometimes that's needed in football to add a little flavor. So thank you guys for listening, and catch you back next week.